better let somebody love you before it's too late. Today we're talking about something a little bit different than usual. We usually discuss lenses and cameras, occasionally lights and stuff like that, but today we're going to talk about audio, because that's super important if you're a video creator, or obviously if you're a musician and audio engineer or whatever. The creator of this microphone has sent this microphone for me to review at no cost to me, I should mention, but I'm not getting paid for this, unless we get a bunch of comments down below. For some reason they had something, if I get like 100 independent comments on how good this sounds, they'll actually like pay me for the video. But until I get that, which I don't really expect to with the size of this channel, I'm not getting compensated for this video, and just sent the product. And this is from TZ Audio Products, or TZAP for short, pew pew pew. If you watch the podcastage review of this microphone. TZAP, pew 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 pew. This is the TZ Stellar X3, which is the newest of theirs. They actually have the X2 and the X2 Vintage, and I was eyeing up that X2 Vintage when they were asking me which one I wanted to review, because it had that nice retro look, but it is older, and this is the newest one, and I thought more practically, even though that one would have looked good on camera, this one has the best and most up-to-date sound. This is kind of like a lot of the lenses that I review. This is a relatively new company in the audio space. It's really cool to test out these products from these new companies, and like this, like they're actually really, really good, and they could be a contender, you know, in the next decade or so, competing with these upper level microphone brands. But in order to get there, of course, they have to create, you know, the first couple microphones, and sometimes they're not perfect to start, but like this one, after a couple iterations, they start to perfect it and get it even better. And this has very well balanced sound, in my opinion. This is about a $350 microphone, and if you're using it for voiceover like I would, or for music, for playing, you know, guitar, even has a 10 decibel limiter. I don't know what the exact terminology is, but it basically reduces your gain by 10 decibels to allow you to record really, really loud things like a guitar cabinet or something like that, which usually these condenser microphones are sensitive to those louder sounds, but having that is a nice little feature to include. It also has a high pass filter, so you can roll off some of that lower end. So like right now, I'm talking up closer to the microphone. There's a little bit of proximity effect as you get closer to a microphone. Naturally, it makes your voice sound deeper. But if I go ahead and turn on this high pass filter, it should take off some of that lower end and reduce some of that proximity effect. They actually call it a proximity filter, I think, on this or something. It's specifically kind of meant to deal with that proximity effect if you want to record really close to your microphone. But for the most part, I'm going to just stay back here and avoid that proximity effect to begin with. In terms of what you get in the box, it actually gives a very nice perception of quality, which I just think it is pretty good quality even for a relatively budget price. When you first open the box, you get, I think, a warranty card, but it says about all these different tests it underwent in California. It says that these are designed and tested in California, but I do believe they are manufactured in China. But I guess this process started and ended in California, so that's supposed to make it better. Not that Chinese products are just bad to begin with, but I think they're trying to increase that perceptual value. And along with that, you get a nice like leatherette case that the microphone comes in, and all the accessories. You get within that case, you get another protective case for the microphone in case it wasn't protected enough. You get the microphone itself, a really high quality shock mount, which I'm using right now. It's made of metal, and it just feels very sturdy and does a pretty good job, even if you bump the stand, of keeping that out of the audio. I mean, it's there a little bit. It's not going to be absolutely perfect, but this is a much higher quality shock mount than I was expecting for this price. And it locks the microphone in there, like you screw it in and it will lock the mount to the microphone itself, and then it makes it super easy to plug an XLR cord in there, and you don't feel like anything is going to get bent or go out of place. It just feels very solid and sturdy. You also get this pop filter here, which is going to help with your plosives. The one kind of weakness that I was seeing with this microphone is, if we go ahead and take this off, I was seeing that whenever people were talking like this, whenever you have plosives like you can kind of hear puffs of air going into the microphone, kind of easily make it clip a little bit or get that sound. So moral of the story, don't blow into the microphone, or just go ahead and keep the pop filter on there. So I went ahead and ran upstairs and grabbed a pop filter because I wanted to test the difference in plosive rejection between the included foam filter and a pop filter, because I guess these foam filters sometimes reject some of that upper level of your voice. This is what it sounds like with no pop filter. This is what it sounds like through a pop filter. It gets rid of the plosives. And the only problem is if you're on camera, you look ridiculous like I do right now. But honestly, this sounds really good. If I was doing voiceover work, this is probably what I'd be doing because I wouldn't be on camera in the first place. And by the way, I'm in like an echoey basement right now. And there's no like background noise seeping into the audio, at least not that I'm hearing right now. It sounds fantastic. I do want to do some comparing. The only other condenser microphone that I have, it's not the best thing in the world here, but this is the Blue Yeti Pro, which this is the version that has the XLR version. It's not a USB microphone. It's about $100 less expensive than this TZ Stellar X3. And this is what this sounds like, just to have a direct audio comparison, talking into it just the same way. You can hear that this sounds a little bit more full. This has more in that sort of bass end and mid-range. And this sounds maybe a little bit more tinny, like it's missing something. And for the record, I do have this set in the cardioid polar setting because you can set this in multiple different settings. And this by default is always cardioid. There's no other way to do it. Maybe I'm talking a bit close to these microphones. So this is a little bit farther back what the TZ Stellar X3 sounds like. And this is what the Blue Yeti Pro sounds like, just to get a back and forth comparison of how it makes my voice sound. Overall, I think this TZ Stellar X3 is a fantastic microphone. I would definitely recommend it after like honestly testing it and comparing it to my Blue Yeti, which is my longtime condenser microphone that, you know, I've kind of moved to using more shotgun microphones off camera because I'm generally on camera when I'm using a microphone. But if I am going to be on camera with a microphone moving forward, this will be the one I'm using, and you'll probably continue seeing it on the channel as you do a lot of products that I genuinely do like and end up keeping, like the I don't know if you guys are following my electric scooter channel, which you should follow. It only has like 10 subscribers, but I did a review of an electric scooter, and on that I was wearing the Brevity Jumper backpack that I reviewed on this channel. But if you are a video creator and you're looking for maybe a voiceover microphone, or you're just a music creator, a music producer in general, or just a voiceover artist, if you are any of the above and you're looking for a good mid-range microphone that's not going to break the bank, but it's going to give you an excellent quality and value for money in terms of the audio output you're getting, I highly recommend this TZ Stellar X3. I gotta say, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want any more audio reviews, any microphone reviews, stuff like that in the future, and I'll sprinkle some of those in with the regular content. But that's basically all, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.